What it is, man, this MonRo, and right now we tapped in with a couple conversations, man. Get you some of this.
What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another Cup of Conversation,
where we have conversations worth having.
I am your host, T.
And I am your host, Coco.
And y'all, we have a special guest at the building today. We chilling with Mr. MonRo.
Yes.
So, how you feeling today? You ready?
I'm feeling great. I'm sipping already. Let's go.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, I've been sipping already. So, cheers to the people at home.
Let me
cheers to the people at home. Cheers. Cheers.
Mimosa.
Yeah, all that. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
It's good.
It is. So let's get right into it. We got a little cup of conversation starters that we're going to start with. Conversation starters. So,
oh, Lord.
Go ahead and just grab you one of them and
here we go.
See what we got.
Let's go.
Early on.
Let's see how messy T is.
But y'all know I'm going to write the question.
What's going on? A long question, too. If you had to compare what's different from an orange girl, country girl, compared to a Houston girl, city girl, the difference.
What would the difference be?
I'm always say the country girls got better personalities than city girls.
Okay.
From my experience, like they more down to earth. You know what I'm saying? Than the city girls. They're a little vain. City girl.
A little hard on the ego, huh?
For sure. She give me that mean mud from over there.
Oh, wow.
I'm just saying. It might not be I'm just saying from my experience.
To my defense, I'm really not a city girl all the way either, so I don't care.
Okay, you got a foot in, a foot out.
Yeah, I got 1 foot in, 1 foot out because, I'm from Louisiana. I grew up in Louisiana too, so.
Okay.
And it's a small town in Louisiana, so it wasn't a city, so.
For sure.
I think I got a little balance of both.
Yeah, you do.
I can relate. That's what I say too. I'm half and half.
Oh, okay. Where you from too?
I lived in Orange, graduated from Orange, but I was born in Louisiana. My mama's side of people from Louisiana, Lafayette, Bro Bridge.
Okay, so that is a little more city then.
For us, my daddy's side is from Houston.
Okay. So you had the best of both worlds.
I had the best of both worlds, so
okay,
I'm half for sure.
Yeah.
Well, to be honest, to your defense, I really can't relate to that. I feel like a lot of city girls from the city, they city girls. They think they don't sting, like, especially when it's compared to somebody from somewhere else, like the country, somebody that might have had less exposure growing up. You know what I'm saying? So I think they can come across to that. But I think when you relate it to somebody that's from the city, two people that's from the city, they probably won't see it that way because you got the same kind of upbringing. You know what I'm saying? So yeah.
Y'all supposed to think the finer things, or like, you supposed to want. But it's just like some city people don't want for the simpler things. Like they don't care for the
until they do.
Yeah.
They do.
Until they get to an age where like
they get to an age and then they want to, but
I feel like everybody want to explore a little bit of everything. Of course, it's always like you want what you can't have,
right?
Or don't have. But let's hop right into our first topic. We're just gonna talk a little bit about what got you into music and start off with your career and like what you doing.
Okay. Man, what got me into music? I think my first Biggie song I heard really got me into music.
Really?
Okay.
Biggie.
I can feel that.
Biggie.
I like older music than I do. That's why I really have stopped keeping up with music today. I'm not gonna lie, because I like the older. Like I feel like we losing the sound.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Losing the sound. Like
sure.
Some people still got it. Like some people will come in the game and like still have the old school sound. But even R&B, like I just feel like we losing a certain sound.
It's not.
So got a few people that's catching my ear with the R&B, and a lot of these people, it's like, bro, y'all not even really singers. Like y'all can't outside the studio stand them right here and tell them sing.
Can't sing. Yeah, no, for real.
They not captivated. The songs are not like giving you that
that love, like
oh my god,
that heartbreak. I
say our R&B used to be so good back then. Our parents used to be making love to breakup songs just because it sounds so good.
You don't even know
the words.
Really. They couldn't even separate it. It's just
that's literally like all I really listen to. Like outside of like gospel music, like I will run down a 90s R&B like playlist. Like I would run it down like to the ground.
Yeah,
I love it.
Like that. So how long you been doing music?
I say like professionally doing music, I've been doing it not that long. But as far as like rapping to myself or rapping in my room or middle school, we used to beat on the tables and rap it like so. I've been doing that since like 10, 11. So, but actually taking it super serious, I say like the past 5 years, I really been like for real.
But what switch like the light switch on to make you like want to just take it from like something that you really just like to like something that you want to pursue as a career?
Yeah.
Man, not to sound like a hater or mean or nothing, but I think I had reached that point where I'm like, I'm hearing so many people get on and making money that I know I'm better than.
Yeah.
And I'm like, something gotta change. So I just start recognizing some of these people just be having the business side and the grind down, you know what I'm saying? Their music might not be that good, but their marketing and their hustle and all that stuff is up here. So it's like, okay, you got the talent, you got to match that hustle now. You know what I'm saying?
Because that's the difference between just doing music and being in the music business.
Most
it
definitely.
actually turns into a job,
Most
like
definitely.
something you really have to know the ins and outs of.
Making the music is the easy part.
Do you think though, like with that being said, what you saying, like, you thought like, dang, I'm better than half of these people that's in the game. But with the new generation, it seems like the more music that makes sense, more of like, it has more meaning behind it. It really doesn't do as well as the stuff that's like just bop, like or drill or like, you know what I'm saying? It seemed like that's what they want, and so it was like, you come in the game with something different. Is it productive or like is it, you know what I'm saying? Like I'm sure it's gonna be for, because they're not the only people on earth, you know what I'm saying?
For sure.
So I guess it will boil down to that, but
it's a crowd for everybody,
right?
For sure.
So who would you deem your crowd? Like who would you deem like your listener?
You know what? I wouldn't know how to deem my crowd because we have some youngsters that's into all this young music, but then I got some that's like my niece 17, 18, but she likes, as she's gotten to 17, 18, she's starting to connect more with the older rappers, and even my daughter 11, and she be singing Bone Thugs, and I'm like, girl, how you know that song? She
That's true.
Y'all music sound better than ours. Like,
how old is your daughter?
My daughter 11.
Okay, yeah. So I think that generation, because my daughter is 7, I think that generation is about to cultivate something different because my daughter, like, her favorite song is Mr. Telephone Man. and she been singing that since she was probably like 4 or 5 maybe, and like know it word for word. And then I went to see the Whitney Houston movie, and so I was listening to the soundtrack that they had on there, and she was like, oh, I like that song, play that song again. Like she like Whitney, so like she really is into
like that.
Yeah.
So it's things like that encourage me to keep try to make better quality music, because we gotta think about, we older now and we paying attention to stuff in the game, but this type of stuff happened in 80s and the 70s. You had people that made songs that was like popping quick like that, but we don't know them. We know Al Green, we know all the people that made the quality music, we still know them to this day. All the people that made the little BS music or whatever,
we don't even know who they are.
They know, but we don't know. So I feel like it's gonna be the same thing around here. We gonna always know the Drakes and J. Cole's and all the people that made these little dance songs. They cool right now, but
they ain't gonna have no longevity. I believe that as well.
I agree too. So what do you think about like because as we talk about the young and them younger people, them getting into the music and everything, what you think about the you too old to be started now, or you started too late, or that kind of rhetoric?
I don't listen to none of that.
Art is art.
Yeah, art is art. Yeah. Everybody got their time, for sure. So I mean, don't tell me you complain to God, like, you know what I mean?
Exactly.
God's time.
For real. It's when it's my time, when it's your time, it's your time. Some people were supposed to be rapping since they was 12 and beyond. Some people were supposed to get on at 35. It is what it is.
No, that's true.
For real. We done seen many people come up in their 30s, 40s, even better, like.
Exactly.
So.
Especially when you don't see it forced. You know, you got them old people that forcefully trying to be young. You can tell that. And some people just old and they just got their drip, their swag, and their demeanor. They ain't forcing it. That's just how they is. So I can't be mad at that.
Right.
For real. What's up, y'all? It's your girl T.
And your girl Coco.
And are you looking for some brand exposure? Do you have a business that you're trying to put in front of a new audience? Because look, right now we are giving out free commercials. Free. Oprah style, baby.
Yes, you get one.
Period. We putting it out there, and we building our brand, and we trying to help you build your brand.
Yes. So if you have a small business, large business, medium-sized business, whatever kind of business you might have, let us know. Get in our inbox, email us, and let us know how we can help you grow your business and see some success this year.
Yes.
These slots are only free for a limited amount of time. We're going to give you the first 4 weeks of the month free. You get to see how we expose you, how many people come on behalf of Cup Conversation, and then you get to decide, is it worth it? So this is a deal of a lifetime if you ask me. As a business owner myself, if somebody gave me this opportunity, I would definitely do it. We have views on TikTok, Instagram, and YouTube.
Yes, and
and
just get out there,
as well as the podcast platforms. Yes. So tap in with your girls.
Very much so. Get them commercials while they last. Deuces.
Yeah, before we move into this second topic, I wanted to ask you a question. And you're married, right?
Yes, ma'am.
You do have kids.
2 daughters.
Two daughters. Okay. So how do you feel about, because I noticed that when women have kids, say for instance they have kids before they're married, and the relationship doesn't last. Normally when women have kids, it's this stigma or this stereotype that, you know, nobody gonna want you, you got too much baggage, this and that. On the other hand, that same man that she had those kids with, they don't have that type of stigma. Like they like out in the world free. They can have 6, 7, 8 kids, but nobody like, oh, you got too much baggage with that. I mean, some women are like, okay, you got too many kids, I can't deal with you. But for the most part, men don't carry their stuff like, oh, I got a lot of kids, you know, I can't talk to you before I can't bring you around my kids. You know what I'm saying? Most men don't uphold that same stereotype. Why do you think that is?
It's because most men don't take care of their kids on a regular basis.
They're not the primary parent.
They're not the primary parent.
Okay.
They fly in and out whenever they want to. So it's no big deal. When most of the time you see a woman with a kid and the kid lives with her, she's taking the kid to school, picking them up. Or she take care of all that stuff. The dad come
part of her day to day.
Yeah, day to day. Now if it was a guy that child is his day to day, he would
consider those things. Okay,
most definitely.
I think that could be the case. I just feel like men just don't even like, I think about men that actually do take care of their kid. Yeah, they don't have them as much as the mom, but I just feel like that stigma is not attached to men like it is women, which is a lot of stuff when we really think about it. It's a lot of stuff, but I just feel like, men have a freer life.
I think it's a mindset on both parties though. Like women are more acceptable to nurturing and to kids, so it's like a good percentage of women want kids anyway, so it's like I'm not gonna judge you for having a kid.
Right.
And I don't think it's the same with men. I don't know if for like the percentages are way off.
Yeah, for sure.
If you ask me, like the percentages is crazy.
Because I think too, men look at it as like, oh, she got kids, there's more money coming out of my pocket.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
For sure.
So I guess it's about what you bring to the table. So if a woman brings nurturing, okay, I'm okay with nurturing because that's already what I do. If a man bring it to the table, it's like, yeah, I'm okay with providing, but providing for 3 more kids, that's a lot. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Nurturing doesn't, I mean, it takes time, but it doesn't, it's not, I guess it doesn't equate to money to some people, you know?
And it depends. If you got one kid, reality, if you got one kid, a guy can see, like, okay, I'll talk to her provider. You ain't got for a guy that has no kids. But if you're talking to a woman that's single, she got like 4 or 5 kids, it's like, dang, I'm immediately jumping into taking care of 4 kids. If I go to 0 to 1, that's cool, you know what I'm saying? I can do that. We still have room to make our own, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
0 to 4, 5. I don't know.
Yeah. It is a lot to take on.
Especially if there's a preteen involved or something like that. Yeah.
They're already setting their ways. Yeah, you got to kind of establish a ground. Yeah, it is a lot. That's
very sticky water for me. And I don't want to say I hate to see it, but like the stepdad role is such a sticky water, like such a sticky place to be because them ain't your kids.
Stepmom too.
Yeah. But I don't know. I think kids take to moms more.
But I don't think it's the kid per se. I think it's the other woman because like when we talking about like you're not more nurturing, you like, do you really want your kid to be like nurtured by another woman? You know what I'm saying? And a lot of women don't have the maturity to say, you know what, as long as they're nurturing and they're not hurting them, I'm good.
And 9 times out of 10 is if the mama is good with it, the kid gonna be good with it.
Right. And I think too, a lot of times, especially if the kid is old enough, it's kind of like, I know my mama really don't like her, so I don't want to act like I like her too much, even though I know she ain't do nothing to me. You know what I'm saying? It's like a sticky situation. situation. And I think just with that being said, like I feel like we as adults just have to do better with, being mature about every situation, because I think kids, it plays a part on how they grow up, how they are, sure. how they adapt in certain situations. Yes. And I say this all the time: kids, they are adults longer than they are kids. Yeah. Oh, yeah. So we really got to show our kids that, because you're gonna be an adult one day, and I need you to act in a certain manner that that will be healthy for your life too, not just me right now. So yeah.
And I'm a kid that grew up with both actually too. So I hated I had multiple stepdads. I had one stepmom, but like I hated the stepdads. Like I ain't. Yeah.
You did?
It's like a couple. It's like a couple I'm still cool with to this day. But off the rip, like at the beginning, I hated all of them.
But why do you think you hated them? Did you hate them because they were somebody to hate, or do you think that you just didn't like the position that they were in and the authority that they had?
I feel like my dad wasn't just hands on all the time, but he still was around. We go on the weekend, so it was like I don't need no daddy. At a young age, I'm like, I don't need no daddy. Don't play no daddy role with me. Like don't you put your hands on me. Don't you try to say. My mama is very present. Yeah. Like my mama don't play, so you don't have no room to say you got a problem. You better take it up with her and let her come fuss at me. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, a couple of them I done lied on him, and my daddy didn't put hands on him.
So, but now,
boys beat up.
Like, so with you being an adult, are you and your wife have kids together, or you have kids?
No, we got kids together.
Okay. But so, if you were, and I don't wish this on nobody, I hope you and your woman be married forever and ever. But like, so if you were able to get into a relationship with another woman, and you have, and she has kids, and you have kids. Do you think you would have more respect for that position and thinking like, okay, yeah, you got a daddy, you don't need to be daddied, or your mama can handle it, but at the end of the day, this is also my household, because ultimately that was his household as well. You get what I'm saying? So you have to have some sort of respect for me as the man in this house.
Like that, man.
You don't think about it like that when you're a kid, but you would want your future if you ever, you know what I'm saying? You would want them to have a certain level of respect for you. Yeah, I know I'm not your daddy. You know what I'm saying? I know I'm not your mama, but at the end of the day, I'm paying the bills here. Like, the reason you able to eat, live, and shit, breathe, it's because of me. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Your daddy could do what he do, but at the end of the day, when you hear 24/7, you hear with me. You know what I'm saying?
I feel like if that happens to me, like now, which I'm just saying this for the point of the conversation.
Yeah, right.
If God forbid, if me and my wife like had separated, something like that, I'm not doing none of that.
Yeah,
I'm not doing. It's no more. It's none of that.
It's no marriage, no nothing.
None of that.
What? Okay, we're gonna come back to that point.
Okay. But for the sake of the conversation, being in that position, I think for me it would depend on their father. Like, if their father is around, or I'm gonna sit down, have a conversation. Hey, this is a situation right now. Yeah. If I have a problem with it, how you want to go about it? You want me to say something? Right. Should I let you know and let you handle it? You know what I'm saying? Stuff like, I would go about it that way. Right. Because I done been in that situation.
Okay.
Yeah, but
that makes sense.
If the daddy was trash, then I'm daddy.
Yeah.
Gotta be.
Really.
You gotta do what you gotta do.
Yeah. No, for real. But back to that point, you said if you were able to get a divorce with your wife, you would never do that again. Why?
I feel like I don't feel like marriage is for me, I feel like that type of love don't come around like twice like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I really love my wife. We done had kids, and I don't feel like that's somebody I'm not finna do that. I'm not finna do that twice with. It's not gonna be the same. You know what I mean?
Wow, that's crazy. My husband said the same thing.
Yeah, so because we had this conversation before. So you believe in the soulmate rhetoric? Like, you believe in it's only one person out there? Yeah,
for sure. It's
so
only.
You don't get married again.
Nah. Because then at the same time too, I have 2 daughters. Like, and I ain't gonna lie to I joke with my wife about this all the time. I'm like, if you try to get another dude after I'm gonna make it hard on you. I don't want no other dude around my daughters like that. Like, and for me, vice versa. Like, a woman might have a problem with me because it'd be like, oh, you have 2 girls, can I? No, you can't meet them. No, it's not that.
This ain't that.
Yeah, this ain't that. For sure.
Wow, that's crazy. My husband, he was like, I just feel like I put a lot into this. I don't want to have to put more of this out again. Like, he was like,
for sure.
He was like, this comes a lot.
That's the way men think, and women are the more emotional ones, and we thinking like, shit, I
can do it again.
Yeah, we can do it again.
Be ready to go risk it all again. Just ready.
Just heartbroken all over again. Just dumb.
Yeah, not us.
Dang, that's
Men are
crazy.
so like fragile with it. Like they're like, oh, I put a lot into this. Yeah, we all did.
Yeah, I know, but
I opened my heart already and did and been vulnerable and
that's the same thing he said.
Can't do that.
That's crazy.
Can't do it twice. Nah.
That is so funny.
So that explains why a lot of marriages the second time around with like people that have been married before, men especially, don't last, because men, I feel like they do it out of like, okay, this is what she want to do. I already been through this.
Yeah.
Like, I'm going through the motions right now. You know what I'm saying? And I think they don't put all of that into it again.
Yeah.
The first one was the one.
So if you get my husband, baby, he ain't giving you what he got.
Don't think you finna get the same thing.
Hey, facts.
I'm just saying. So you better leave him alone. So yeah, but no, let's go into our next one because that wasn't even on our paperwork. But I just wanted to hear his perspective, especially
we had already spoke about that.
Yeah, and we did have a man perspective. Okay.
That's crazy that's how men feel. That's fine.
So let's just talk about I had wrote down to talk about birth order. You have siblings?
Yes.
Okay. So I have this idea in my mind, and it's been studied too, so it's kind of some stuff behind it, but I have this idea that the order that you were born in affects who you are as a person. And me being the oldest sibling, a lot of times, like, I uphold to like the research that has been done. Like, I'm more of the caregiver. I'm more of the responsible person because I was born first, and you know that burden kind of was I wouldn't say a burden all the time, but it was just placed upon me. Right. So I kind of carried that throughout my life. So I'm that way with my friends. Like, I'm like some of my friends, they call me like mama. Like, they don't call me mama, but they say jokingly like, you want to be the mama. You always right. You always want to talk about what's right to do. Like, even my brothers, they always be like, we don't tell you shit because you always gonna try to give a nigga the right way. Nigga don't want to hear the right way. You know what I'm saying? So I think that, but I do think that was placed upon me. But I also, a negative thing that I think was placed upon me, or a lot of people that are first siblings are people pleasers. Yeah. Wanting to do everything right. You know what I'm saying? Being the only person that if you the only one getting yelled at. So like after a while, you want to please your parents, and it creates you out a people pleaser in your adult. So how do you feel about that? Do you think that influences like how
what's your birth order? Were you the first? Second?
I am the first. I'm the oldest.
Okay.
After listening to you talk about that, and I'm like, yeah, I kind of agree to that. Yeah. Probably, I've been, I'm gonna say labeled or said, you might like be a people pleaser.
Right.
I've been guilty of that. I am the oldest, so. But for sure, I think that plays a role in who you turn out as a person in the order you born in.
See, in my family, it's a little different. I would say just a little bit because it was like that at a point. My mom, depending on my older brother, but then he started, I guess, disappointing her. I guess he lost, because he used to be a people pleaser too. I guess he lost that care for wanting to just always please my mama, always want to please. Like, I feel like he came to a phase in life where he just was kind of like a rebel. Like,
yes, I
didn't want to please my mom. So she in turn didn't go to because I have I'm the third sibling, so my brother and my sister are over me. She didn't in turn go to my sister because my sister, when she graduated, I know pew deuces, like ain't look back.
Really?
My mama could not. She was not an option.
Right.
At all. She never looked back. Went to college. Moved from college to staying by herself. Never looked back. But so it went straight to me. So now I'm the responsible older child. I'm the one that's always looking out for. I always tell you how, now my mama calling me about this. Like, she talking to me about that. Like, she didn't, gave me certain responsibilities. Now I'm like, I didn't even know I was ready. It's like, you done skipped over 2 whole niggas and just, here you go. So I definitely can relate to that, but I'm not the oldest.
I think too is because for your brother, like, I think with me, I used to think, because that's how I used to be. I used to be the people pleaser. I used to always want to make sure my parents were, happy with what I did, everything like that. And then till it came to a point when my brother came around, and he was very like rebellious. He didn't have, and I felt like he got away with a lot more because he didn't care. Like, you know what I'm saying? Almost to the point where like it used to make me so mad. And I used to think like, dang, maybe I should just start rebelling because it seems like he get more attention. Yeah, sure. Even though that attention was negative attention, I was willing to sacrifice you know, my praise every now and once when you got a good. It's almost to the point to where your parents expect so much out of you that they don't even acknowledge when you do good. So it's like, dang, I'm willing to risk it all because it's like, well, at least they going to counseling sessions with him and they got to do this and this and that, and you at home all day and you know you ain't really thinking
cooking and getting ready for everything and being an adult in the house.
Yeah, it's like I really think that really plays a role into like even now like I hate really like cleaning up like just
oh my God, me too.
Because I felt like but let me tell you, when I grew up, we all had chores. I have 3 brothers, but my younger brother, my mama had him kind of late, so he was behind. He was like a baby, and so with me and my middle brother, we had chores. I had to wash dishes, or it was his turn, this and that. But my brother was so rebellious that he didn't care. Like if my mama come home from work and the dish is still in the chair, like me, I'm scared. I'm like, let me hurry up and get it done. He like, man, I don't care. I don't give it in. To the point to where he knew I cared so much that he would do that, and I would do his dishes so we wouldn't get in trouble. And I feel like I would just be so much having to do everything when I was young to now. It's like I don't like to. My husband be like, Krista, like you ain't gonna get them clothes out of there, and I be like, man, who gonna make me?
I know I had to do it. Like I don't want to be living like a fucking slop.
Exactly.
But that's the only reason I do it, because when I say my little sister did that same shit to me, like she's the youngest, so my mom be like, y'all get y'all ass down here and clean them dishes, like waking us up in the morning. I'm jumping out my bed.
Yeah, scared.
This bitch gonna go take a shower, brush her teeth. I'm like, she don't give a fuck. Like she ain't born nothing you talking about. Like
I experienced that too. My sister that's under me, like she was like that. I was trying to be on top of stuff. I used to try to wake up in the morning for school, like in middle school, like all the time. That was my responsibility. Get your sister up, man, I'll try to wake up and she'll holler, fuss, and do it. I'm like, all right, cool, man. I'm gonna leave you be. And many times I done went to school and came back home and she was still in the bed asleep, never made it to school.
And you got
I had to tell my mama like, hey, you know, at first I used to get in trouble. And then she started just taking it out on her, but she still did it more after that. Like I said, them kids that's under the older,
them youngest, they don't have a care to
They
give.
don't. So this another thing is like you just talked about parental expectations. It said this is for how parents expect expectations and treatment of children may vary based on birth order. Oldest children may receive more responsibilities and pressure to succeed, while younger siblings may enjoy more freedom but also face less pressure to excel. Like I feel like that was the thing. Like I feel like with me, it was almost like, okay, you gotta graduate, go to college. By the time my mama got to high school, my brother, baby, just get a GED at this point. Just get something. Just, you know what I'm saying? Like the expectation goes down. And I think that even with him, like now to this day, I think my brother, he himself now is like, I want to do this because I want to do this. And I think that's what that creates. Like it's like they want to experience everything on their own versus I think older siblings are like more like, you can teach me by just your lessons. I don't have to go through everything by myself.
Exactly.
And with him, he's like now he finally went back to barber school after going once and not finishing. Like now it's like that's what he wants to do. It's not because my mama said you need to do it, not because we said it. It's like this is what I'm doing. But I just feel like you can't get around certain stuff. So even like with my daughter being the first child, and I try to think about this with raising her and not like making her, but it's kind of already done. Like the damage is done. And then too, another thing, we talked about this before, I think you get different versions of your parents at different ages.
Sure.
You know what I'm saying?
Like learn more.
Because I think I would be a different parent to another child right now. Than I was to my daughter.
I try to tell my oldest child this all the time, and she feel a certain type of way about it. Like we might tell her to do more things than we tell the youngest. When the youngest was 5, like bro, you 11, she 5.
Right.
When you was at her age, you got the same type of leeway she got. You know what I'm saying? Now that you older and you know more, you understand more than her, we expect more out of you. So she have a bad thing of, y'all didn't tell her to do it. Hey man, look, you 11. She 5.
Did you think they put pressure on you, like, because your parents expected you to do certain things or be certain? Did you think they put pressure on you as far as being an adult and the way you left the house and got it out the mud or didn't?
Man, I feel like it was necessary pressure. But at the same time, I say all the time, you gotta know your kid, because I guess my mama knew certain things she put me through, like I can handle it, or you knew I was gonna come out. Some kids gonna excel or they gonna fold. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes it's necessary pressure you got to put them under. Like I can't stop telling my daughter, okay, you know what, you got a valid point. I'm gonna expect the same thing out of you and a 5-year-old.
Yeah,
no.
I can't do that. You need to understand that you in a higher
and that's good that you said that, because it goes like that when you're in the real world too. When you're at a job, I'm not gonna expect what I'm out of a teacher, what I expect out of a principal. You know what I'm saying? So it kind of teach you leadership, it teach you hierarchy, it teach you all of that. Hey y'all, it's your girl Coco
and your girl T,
and we are a cup of conversation. If you ladies are looking for long, short, body wave, kinky straight, loose wave, deep wave, luxurious bundles, swigs, you need to shop Bossette Hair for boss women. They even are on DoorDash, and you can get your wig delivered straight to your front door. Quicker than Amazon any day.
Period. And if you don't like waiting like me, you can go in-store to pick up your bundles. Download the app for special deals and updates on all the Bossette. And make sure you shop Bossette Hair for boss women.
Boss women, yes. And if you need a little money off, you can use our code displayed here on the screen to save.
Period. Tell a couple conversations sent you.
I think it builds character too. Like, I think that, and that's what I have to tell myself about my daughter. Like, when I'm thinking about, like, dang, my thing is, I don't want my daughter to grow up and need counseling from how she grew up. Like, that's big for me. Like, I really don't.
Everybody's gonna need counseling, not from necessarily just your childhood trauma.
Yeah. But I don't want it to be like something that she went through with me, like that she went through with me and her dad, or in her household, that she feel like she is his trauma. You know what I'm saying? Like, so I always think about that, but at the same time, I don't also want to get too lax with her. And I think about too, like, although we grew up a certain way, and we might deem it as a little bit of trauma, or how we grew up was crazy, but I feel like it created the people that we are. And millennials, we are some pretty decent people, whether the people want to give it to us or not.
For sure.
I think that this new generation, like with one of the trends that was on TikTok about what is something that you grew up having to do that you don't make your kids do, and some of the stuff that people were saying, I felt like, yeah, we probably shouldn't, but we probably should, because it built character in us, and it made us better people. Yeah, like even the yes ma'am, no ma'am that people say, oh, that came from slavery. It's a respect thing, I think too.
Younger kids walk in the room with grown folks and don't speak.
That kind of stuff. My children don't have to hug you. It's a boundary thing. I think that to a certain extent, but like a lot of it, you need to teach them healthy boundaries too. Like it's a way to be able to do that and still get the point across.
Exactly.
You don't have to touch nobody to come in and say, hey, how y'all doing? I'm okay, I don't want to.
It's a respectful way to do it.
These kids will come in the room and go in the corner and sit
there and don't say nothing.
Boy, we couldn't do it.
It's crazy.
But I had like a middle child, I guess kind of like discombobulation in my head, to where like, okay, I do feel the responsibility, because like I said, she couldn't depend on my brother no more, my sister. I feel the responsibility of an older sibling, but I kind of want to be like fucking and leave and be like, it's what it is. At this point now, I'm taking care of my nephews and shit.
Yeah, for sure.
I just have my younger sister to worry about. I got other people now. I'm seeming like a mom, and I'm not a mom right now.
Right.
But I do think that like the way my mama, some of the pressure she put on me kind of made me into the more responsible person I'm learning to be. But at first I was just like, I had to go through that little younger child thing.
Yeah,
like I had to go through that. I'm about to just leave. But it also allowed me like, damn, I had to get it out the mud. Like I need to get up out the house or whatever. But my sister just moved out. She's 25, 24. She stayed till she was ready and comfortable.
But I think that's the times that we're in, because nowadays we have so much that's on social media that's teaching people nowadays that, why did I leave at 18? Because a lot of times, a lot of people, parents didn't push them out. It was us wanting to be so grown. Because I think about like the things.
I probably would have just been like, you can. You want to go to school out here, but you still need to go to school.
Right.
But that was me. Like I need to go to PB summer class.
Ready to be grown. Right. That's how I was. I was just like so ready. Like, oh, I can't wait to get out this house. Whole time messing my life up because you doing stuff you ain't even have to do. You know what I'm saying?
I'm trying to tell my nephew this right now. He's
chill.
18.
He want to leave.
Chill.
Like, if he get mad at mom, he'll go stay with his mama, his other grandma. So I'm just like,
chills.
You don't know.
Yeah.
You know what you really really don't.
Yeah.
And at the point, I hate to say it, but like, I think like we tired of talking to them. It's like sometimes some people really want and have to bump their head.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. How you doing?
For sure.
But some people just really want and have to bump their heads, and I feel like he's one of them. Like, he is trying so hard. He's struggling.
Yeah. That's what I can't. It's
what is he? What is he? A first child?
Yes.
Okay.
Oh, that's crazy.
Yeah.
But for not to put y'all business out there, but like. He didn't grow up traditionally though, right?
No.
So that might have some things to do with it. You know what I'm saying?
He the first child, but he ain't like the one that was in the house
with his mom.
Okay.
And then too, do you think that his brother being needing care is kind of like not a rebellious type of thing today, like not the attention that he expected as because it's almost like I'm the first grandson or the first son, but because he's but he came a lot after though, right?
Yeah. I think my nephew's, he either 17 or 18. I don't know if he turned 18 yet. But he's 17 and Omega is, 8, 9?
Okay.
Yeah, so they're a while apart.
So he was like 10 when Omega came then.
Yeah.
Well, that's pretty young though.
Like a middle brother in between them.
Oh,
yeah. In between them, they have another brother.
But he didn't live with Show Mama though. No. But that's still pretty young, 10 years old, to say that I had somebody come and then it just wrecked my not wrecked my life, but it changed the trajectory of what I thought it was gonna be. Yeah, so I think that might be his thing with the attention, like, you know, not having your way, not getting catered to like you believe that you should, you know, the attention thing. So yeah.
Again, to me, I feel like that go towards just. I feel like certain personalities, a person gonna be. That's who they are. That's who they was. Because
it's sometimes when he try to click over and like trying to act like he care or he do the right thing, but then he cannot help himself from just like. Doing shit.
Because even when my younger brothers and sisters came along, like me, I embraced them. I was like, man, I got a little. My sister that's right under me, at first, like she felt a type of way. You know what I'm saying? She was like, okay, Daddy, you be doing stuff with him, you ain't do that type of stuff with us. And I ain't never felt like that. I was like, hey, it is what it is.
Yeah.
Like, you know,
they babies.
Like, for real.
Yeah. Like both of my sisters. I feel like my mama had 2 different sets of even my brother and then my 2 sisters. Like, me and my brother are more alike, and then them 2 are just more. And it's just like back and forth because like she had him, then my older sister Misha, then me, and my younger sister Ty, and it's just like.
Y'all flip.
One, like, Karen, not Karen. Not Karen. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Give a fuck. Do not give a fuck. I don't understand it. I just wish I could not give a fuck like them.
Right.
Man.
It blows my mind. I don't care.
Yeah, and like you said, some of it is a part of the character because he is also a teenage boy.
Yeah.
At the end of the day.
Yeah.
So, you know.
Nobody older than him says it's gonna be, you know.
Yeah, it's one of them things where you like I don't want to learn from your mistakes. I want to learn from my own.
Yeah. I never felt like that. I never felt like that.
I'm like, shit.
Tell me, I'm gonna take what I'm gonna take from you,
right?
And then for real.
So I don't need to do that.
Yeah.
Okay. No.
I need to know exactly what went on. Like, I do not want to repeat your mistake.
Yeah, that's how I am too.
But like you said, it depends on the person. It depends on the personality. Mm-hmm. You want to get into our third topic, something personal?
Go ahead, you got it.
So, I want to break down, since we have been talking about family, I want to break down the family dynamic when it comes to dating. Are you a mama's boy or are you more like hang with your daddy? Like, what kind of relationship did you have with your parents?
If I'm gonna say one, I'm gonna say I was neutral.
Okay.
Early on, I think like when my mama and daddy first split, I wanted my daddy around more, but I eventually got over that, and I was like neutral. Like, I can go over here with my dad, I can go with my mama, I can go with my grandparents. I'm cool. I was just cool, laid back, going with the motion. Like that's just been me for a long time.
It's a little off topic. I didn't have something, but I didn't grow up with my mom and my daddy married. So did that affect you, like when they split up? Like, you know,
Go through it all. It was too early. My mom and daddy was never married, but they was dating. Like I remember vaguely like living together, like. But yeah, it was too early for. Like I say, I probably had like a year or two, like, yo, you and my dad need to get back together. And then after that was over, that was all before 5. Like,
oh, okay.
Yeah, so it was very early.
So do you care about your like family? Well, you neutral. Some people that's like really tight with their family kind of care about their family opinion on who they date. So do your family have like an outward opinion? Do they not care at all, or do they just kind of go with the flow?
They cared. I didn't care.
Okay.
I didn't care what they thought.
So when you say they cared, so your mom and dad, did they care about who you married? Like as far as like
they must.
or did they have a problem with who you married?
They didn't have a problem with who I married, but like certain people I dated that's been around, definitely expressed their opinions, and you know they would say, I don't think she for you, or I think, and I was just like, time will tell, so I'll find out. I don't know. I feel like I didn't see a lot of. Just to get personal, I didn't see a lot of healthy relationships around me to be able to value everybody else's opinion about my own.
That makes sense.
I feel that.
Like, how can you tell me and you never been in no real healthy relationship?
Yeah, exactly.
And I kind of think that's probably why my mama never really gave too much of her opinion. She already know that we too much alike in our thought process, so she like, she'll say something, but she probably ain't gonna say too much.
Real subtle, yeah.
Well, but to their defense, though, would you think that would be even more of a reason to try to look into what they're saying? Because evidently they know a little bit something because they done been through the bad stuff, so they at least they know how to peep bad. You know what I'm saying? Like,
as a parent now, I understand it more. You know what I'm saying? But at that time, at those times, it's like,
it's like if you don't have anything to show.
Don't tell me nothing.
Yeah, that's true. That's how I was too.
If 1 plus 1,
you can't tell me nothing.
If that math ain't mathing,
but now we all know that 1 plus 1 do equal 2, but it can also not equal 2 in some parts of your life. Sometimes it might be equal in 2. Sometimes it might not. It might be a little out, but it all came even out. You know what I'm saying? So now, like you said, when you get older, you do kind of have a better perspective on stuff. But yeah.
So I feel like certain things you just can't teach. A person gonna have to find that stuff out.
Yeah, certain things. Yeah,
we can try to bam it in their head all we want while they're younger, but sometimes the life gotta teach you.
Right? Yeah, definitely.
It don't matter what you put into certain things. Like the outcome is gonna be what the outcome.
It's gonna be.
Like, it's just gonna be that. But, so is your wife's parents like picky, or is she a type to her mom or dad?
I don't think she was just that tight with them like that too to value to value relationship advice like that for sure. So that's what we have things in common there too. So you know what I mean.
I feel that. Y'all high school sweethearts, or y'all got married after in college? I know y'all.
We went to school together. We wasn't really high school sweethearts. We was high school sweethearts from a distance.
Okay.
For sure.
Do you feel like, so have you ever dated anybody that was like a daddy's girl, or do you feel like they had a too close relationship with their parents that it kind of like got in the way of certain things? Like somebody that called their mama when y'all in the arguments, or like.
Nah, that's crazy. You know, I ain't never dated nobody like that.
What a privilege.
People I didn't date wasn't just that cool with their parents like that.
I don't think I really had that problem either.
Y'all know me. Look, no, I have never dated a person that called their parents when things got rough, but I have dated I have dated a person, and I'm married to a person that previously placed a lot of value in their opinion.
Okay.
To where it was almost a hindrance to the relationship.
Right.
But I think that was because of lack of having a healthy representation of what a marriage is supposed to. Not even, I wouldn't even say just a relationship, a marriage per se, because you know that verse in the Bible, leave your mom and dad and cleave to your wife. I think he didn't understand how to do that effectively. Yeah, and so that kind of came into play. But yeah,
I think I still had a little trouble with that at first too, because I still was, like I say, like my mama just didn't never really just. She was married once. It just would really. I was really the man for most of the time. You know what I'm saying? So, me trying to leave, like me going and get a own place, like with my wife and stuff. Like, yeah, I still had responsibilities over there, like, you know, like I lived there. So I had to figure that out. For sure.
And who pushed you to figure that out, though? Your wife.
My wife helped me that, for sure.
Yeah, that it'll get taxing. Look, which one you gonna do?
I give her all the credit.
Thing for single, when they grew up with a single mom.
Yes, because they feel like they owe that to their mom. Yeah.
Because I can see that. I can kind of see that in my brother a little bit. Like, he always feel like he, you know, or he has to be, or he needs. I mean, I guess that's partially because she helps him a lot, so they kind of do a lot together.
For sure.
They'll be seeming like they in the
But no, that is what it gives. That's what.
For real.
That's what it gives. Like, it's.
You came throughout the day. Who's gonna pick up the keys? You know.
Yeah, for sure.
What type of shit we eat for dinner? What you gonna feed them? Like.
Yeah.
What that sound like?
Relationship. Exactly. Yeah. That's why I used to say, like, either you gonna do me or your mom. I'm like, which one? Look.
No, for real. That
and you can't do her.
To have, like, and I hate that it's like that for me, and I hate that for y'all.
Yeah.
Because I don't see, even when I see daddy's girl.
I was just about to say, yeah.
Like, you know, I love my daddy, I love my daddy. They know how to let go. They never seen their daddy.
But I think we don't see it because because men are non-confrontational, we don't see it. Because I will be honest and say that even though, like...
So you think the mom play a role? Like a huge role. It's not just what the son feels like he owes to her.
Oh yeah, it's the
moms. Yes,
sure.
because it's the opinion of the mom that the son values so much. Okay. You get what I'm saying? It's almost that my mama ain't never loved me. My mama ain't never loved me. If I know don't nobody love me, my mama love me type of thing. So it's almost kind of like you coming in on that. Yeah, not that you just met your wife, but you been around the periodic time of, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. And then too, I think that women get away with the daddy thing because I'm a daddy's girl. But my husband you can count, he probably can't even count how many times I done said, well, if you can't do it, I'm gonna call my daddy. If you can't do it, if I need to call my daddy, let me know. Like, it's almost kind of like if he was to be saying that to me, it'll be a problem and I'm gonna make it a problem. But with my husband, I think he kind of just let it roll off the deck. Yeah. But he has made statements so like, bro, nigga don't want to hear about what your daddy can do. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't give a damn your daddy know how to fix a tire. I don't care. I'm calling Pablo to fix the tire. I'm not fixing no tire. You know what I'm saying?
Be a little bit of like, I don't be saying, because my dad ain't around, so he passed away when I was young. So I never got the chance to be a daddy's girl, but when I was young, I was. So like my uncles kind of try to, so I'll call like my uncles and try to like, hey, so what you think about that? He'd be like, damn, we could have just called the Mexican man. Like,
yeah.
I feel like you had to call them and let them know. Basically, I couldn't do it.
Yeah, basically what you said.
That's what it be.
That's basically all you call them to tell them.
You tell them I can't do it.
That's really what it be, though.
That's what it sound like to them.
So that's our version of them with their mamas.
Yes.
I guess I can feel that. I see the perspective. Like,
Daddy, I got a flat tire. Can you come here? Damn, you ain't even gonna ask me first.
No, I can always referring to something his mama did in the kitchen. So, now you want me to do that? That's what you want me to do, huh? Okay, babe.
Yeah. It's difficult. I just told my mom, I said, "Oh Lord, it must be a blessing that because my parents live with me now." And so I was like, it must be a blessing that my daddy live with us, because maybe my man will learn some old tricks or something. My daddy
was over the side.
No, he didn't hear me. They had walked off, because the reason I said it is because my daddy, we had, we've been doing a fire pit in the backyard, and so my daddy, we didn't have no wood, but my daddy had like went to the back of the house and he had grabbed like some shrubs, some tree limbs, and he started the fire. And my mom was like, "Oh Lord, I love me a country man." I said, "Oh Lord, I hope my man learns some country stuff," because my man would have been like, "Look, my man, consider he's really not though. Even though he's from Louisiana, where he's from is MonRo. It's called MonRo. Okay. That's considered a city, so it's kind of city there. It's not as country like, you know what I'm saying.
They got the sporadic gas stations only every night.
No, it's more city than it is country. So he really like real city, like, you know what I'm saying. He grew up with his mama, like. Women
don't appreciate that type of stuff till later on anyways.
Yeah.
He got time.
Yeah, he do, but he didn't come out, because I be like, what we gotta do? He be like, I don't know, I'ma call such. I mean, baby, let me call my daddy. What do it mean when pink stuff coming from under the car?
Okay, so this is my last question. Can you tell, like, with it, because I know you said before you got married, you dating. Can you tell when a woman doesn't have her father around? Like, does she get certain traits? Or like,
Definitely.
Character.
Most definitely you can tell with her. And I hate to say that, but like I was involved with women at a very young age, so it's like a lot of stuff wasn't new to me. So I can tell early on like different characters. Women that didn't have a daddy around, most of the time they was easier than women who did. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
There's more, they're easier to persuade, they're easier to impress, all that type of stuff because no dad around. So
they looking for any male attention.
yeah, for real.
And that's crazy. I guess I can see that in childhood me, like not childhood me. Maybe because at first, when I first started getting niggas.
Yeah.
In 19th grade, like I used to think I wasn't easy because I used to think I'm a Leo, so I used to think shit, my shit don't stink. I was thinking I can get any nigga I wanted, like especially after I popped this one and I knew I could get. But, I used to think that I could get anybody I wanted, so I never felt like I gotta give it up easy. But I could feel like later on in life, after I started seeing, okay, they just want some coochie. It don't really matter, like, you know what I'm saying? If you the best bitch, if you the best looking bitch, if you the most down bitch.
Right.
Yeah, for sure.
Some coochie. So I probably had a couple years where I probably went through my whole phase. I'm like, shit, if they can do it, I can do it.
Right.
For sure.
What they can do. Like,
Right.
if I don't want to talk to him no more after we done fuck tonight, that's what I'm not gonna do.
Right.
Type thing. So I guess that could be from a lack of not just having that,
Most definitely.
that father figure around and somebody being like, hey, that shit ain't cute.
The ones that wasn't very impressed easily, that I had to put more effort into and stuff like that, I end up finding out they cool with their dad, they got a good relationship.
Yeah.
This for me personally, that's why the ones that
I
was,
believe that too.
that was loose and easy and all that. You
I
never
don't
met
even
your
know
daddy,
how
or
they-
your daddy wasn't around? Oh, okay.
Yeah. I don't even know how that correlates though, because now that I think about it, like my dad never talked to me like, don't let niggas do this, don't let. I think it's his presence, because like I used to lie, baby. When I was in 9th grade, I had never had nothing before y'all. I used to tell my friends, girl, yeah, we did it, we in, just to be in, and look, just to be like, because I was literally the only one that hadn't had sex. I was like, dang, and like, but I used to be just like, I don't know. I was also scared of STDs too. My mama used to always tell me about people that like in the 80s, girl, in the 80s, you know, they AIDS and stuff, girl. Like, so my mama used to always be on it, like, so I think that was the issue too. But when I did, I still was like with one person though, like.
Yeah, I'm glad I grew out of that like early, because it was not something that I could see myself. Because I just got tired of niggas. Like, you know,
She say tired of this.
Yeah.
I mean, there's nothing
Quick.
really just extra special about this. Like, I really don't even like him that much. So yeah,
That's how I feel.
That stuck early, because some people take a long time to figure that shit out.
For sure, yeah.
I went through my little what you call it, a hoe phase, I guess, but it was very short lived. Like I quickly realized.
About that on another episode. Because I don't think that mean what everybody think. Like, I think.
Well, okay, what do you think it mean? Oh, I guess we can wait.
Things for everybody though.
Well, what I deem a hoe phase is
like a whole phase is Lori Harvey. How we know she fucking everybody though? You know what I mean?
Yeah, I don't think that's a hoe phase. I think she's dating. Yeah. I don't think she's in a hoe phase. I think she's actually.
Do men have hoe phases?
I don't think y'all get one.
I think y'all whole life is a hoe phase.
I think y'all live one.
Yeah, y'all live a whole phase.
I don't get one.
Yeah, I think that women actually go in, like we go in and come out. Like we don't go.
I really got a commitment stage.
Yeah.
If I'm being honest.
No.
A stage of
What? That's the T right there. Y'all don't even have one hoe phase.
There's some point in time I wasn't doing that. For sure.
So when you stop, it's gonna be.
That's it. That's the end
Back
of
to the norm. So they norm is hoe,
Back to
and
regular
our norm is
schedule
commitment.
programming.
So when we do it, it's a phase because
That's what it is.
Damn,
It is.
man, yeah, for sure.
Today.
Oh shit.
yeah,
Oh.
y'all don't have the phase. Y'all don't have the opportunity to call it a phase.
Sorry, fellas, I shouldn't have asked that. I just exposed.
We just expose it all. Yeah.
We just could, because I'm telling you, that light ain't just click for us. It just click for some other
And people, yeah, exactly. No, but when I think of a whole phase, I think of like you go through a phase where you are being I wouldn't say, yeah, you being a hoe. Basically, you sleep with different men and you don't have any type of strings attached. You're not worried about a commitment at that time. You just like, if it work, it work. If it don't, it don't. Like, what you got? You got some money. You got some, what you can you give me type of thing. To where you like, I didn't, most of the time, hoe phase comes after a heartbreak. So for most women. So it's like, I'm not giving my all to nobody right now. I'm giving you half. I'm giving you a piece. You know what I'm saying? And that's what it be, just a piece of cat. Like,
I think we call, because I called the whole phase. I called my whole phase like my freshman and sophomore year of high school, but I wasn't fucking. I was just talking to a lot of niggas. You know,
that ain't a whole phase then.
But I really did go through one of PV. After
I about to say I went through, after heartbreak.
You was right. You was at the right place too.
Out the dorm.
You said you was at the right place.
You was at the right place.
You was forgetting me. How I was forgetting that? We was just doing what college, and that's why I was like, this what college supposed to be. That's what I fucked that up to. I'm like,
for sure.
That's what I was supposed to do anyway.
Not really, but yeah.
Yeah, but I was supposed
but if you did it, I guess that would have been a good time to do it. Don't get it. Don't do it when you got kids. You didn't.
Yeah.
You know, you had an excuse. You was young and dumb. Or, you know what I'm saying? Have an excuse for it. Don't be doing it when you are mature and older enough to be doing something.
That must be why the
better.
Lord kept me out of college.
That might be.
Yeah.
That might be your saving grace.
Nothing but STD. No.
Your saving grace. But today was a good episode. I love it.
Yes.
For sure. Oh yeah, this was lit.
You want to promote, lead people with, tell them about?
Hey, all thing I want to say is follow me on everything. _ITSMONRO. It's MonRo. We got a bunch of new music coming out. I got new videos coming out. It's finna be lit.
Putting y'all on
For real.
Music was in. Actually, good shit. Like,
for sure.
old niggas, like that shit that makes sense.
For sure.
Yeah.
For sure.
Okay, that storytelling.
For sure.
Okay.
Good shit. Ain't that young?
Appreciate that.
Well, we really appreciate you for coming.
Nothing against them though. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. We really appreciate you for coming though. Like,
appreciate y'all for having me.
Seriously.
All right, y'all. Until next time.
Yes.